Hey, my name's James Abercrombie. I'm with Acronis. I'm a senior sales solution engineer, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the Acronis and Jamf Pro integration. But before we talk too much about the integration, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Acronis. Now, Acronis, originally known for imaging or backup, really has stepped into the proactive, active, and reactive world. We want to make sure that you have prevention, detection, response, recovery, and forensics all covered with a single toolkit. So what that means is Acronis provides you with smart protection plans against threat alerts, providing with AI ML-based threat detection as well as behavior analysis. We can provide you with an attack response with complete AI-assisted visibility on the edge, provide you with attack remediation without data loss and integrated patching. Now, in addition to that, we also offer forensics, giving you the ability to provide precise investigations for forensic-rich backups. Now, when we're talking about Acronis, as I said, traditionally we're known as a backup solution. So legacy backup and AV solutions versus Acronis Cyber Protect today is what I'd like to talk about. Legacy solutions are complex, expensive, and unsecure. Now, the idea here is that we'd like to meet and exceed any one of your customers' needs, whether they be Mac-centric or Windows or Linux. We want to give you the ability to really stretch your landscape. So Acronis provides you with all of the ability to provide services from one location, right? Remove the complexity and all the risks with having to jump from solution to solution. Provide your customers with the ability to feel peace of mind that their MSP will be able to get them back up and running or actually keep them from any type of disaster in real time. Smarter use of resources, meaning that we're providing you with faster operations, integration with Jamf Pro so you can automate your deployment and really let your team focus on your clients' needs. And again, total peace of mind for your clients, right? Customizing these services, the workloads that you need to deliver to your customers, whether they just need security, whether they need, backup, whether they need disaster recovery, Acronis has you covered. Now, you can eliminate your gaps in defenses. You can upgrade your protection for all workloads. Again, you can branch out of just the Mac world, right? You can look at everything from a holistic view, and you can recover instantly without losing data, preventing downtime, near zero RPO and RTO. Acronis is built on the best in breed. Really, we want to provide you the full toolkit for an MSP. We provide you the ability to back up to the Acronis cloud, as well as the ability to back up locally or to your own storage, maybe even to your own S3 container. Now, we provide you with the hybrid cloud architecture, the ability to protect more than 20 workload types, the ability to back that up at an image or a file level, and the ability to restore it instantaneously, regardless of where you are. Now, like I said earlier, we provide you with flexible storage. You can back up locally, you can back up to the cloud. And in fact, you could back up to 5 local locations and then to cloud, all in one protection plan. So really, this is built for the MSP. Why? So we can provide you with faster recovery and better RTOs. So as we mentioned earlier, Acronis is providing you with full image as well as file level backups, right? With file level, you're providing the ability to reduce your backup size and save your storage space by selecting just the files that need to be recovered. Now with full image, you get the whole system, meaning that you could do a bare metal restore, whether it be a virtual machine, whether it be to Azure, whether it be to Google, whether it be to another cloud provider. And the idea is to provide you with business continuity with options to avoid downtime and data loss. I mentioned flexible storage options earlier. Now, it's not just the Acronis Cloud or your storage. You could use Azure, you can use Wasabi, you can use your own third-party cloud storage. The idea is that we want to meet and exceed your customers' needs. So if they have an idea of what they'd like, you can meet and exceed that with flawless delivery. As you'll see here, we do have error-proof immutable backups to ensure that your backups cannot be encrypted or deleted by any type of attack. Now, this is currently available in a governance mode, enabling your admins to modify your retention settings and also to delete the backups. As mentioned earlier, we do provide protection for 20 plus workload types. Up at the top, you'll see Microsoft, but in the middle, you'll see our Mac ecosystem, our Apple ecosystem, your Mac, your iPhone, your iPad. And again, we also protect your cloud applications. To give peace of mind, we ensure compliance and a local presence in about 49 data centers worldwide. Not only Acronis hosted, but also Google Cloud, as well as Microsoft Azure data centers available in multiple different countries. So Acronis is giving you the ability to provide end-to-end protection. Really, instead of providing just a reactive approach, we want to give you a proactive, active, and reactive approach. So this is an example from one of our MSPs in Florida. They've got 60 customers and over 1,000 endpoints. Now, before Acronis, they had 10 vendors, 7 different agents installed on every single system, and 10 to 15 processes running. After Acronis, 5 vendors were running, 2 agents. The idea here is that we wanted to help them scale their business and grow. And with that, we help them onboard new techs 50% faster, new clients 20% faster, and reduce their license costs by 50%. This provided them with about 15% revenue growth and about 20% year-to-date workload growth. Now, the users proactively report that their systems are much faster because they don't have 10 to 15 processes running at one time, and their QBR reports are in minutes instead of days. Now, let's get a little bit further into it.
Well, now that you've seen what it is that Acronis does and what we cover, let's actually show you it in action. Here, what you're looking at is the Acronis Cyber Protect Cloud Management Console. This is the service provider login where you'll be able to manage all of your customers and all of your partners. Let me draw your attention to the top right where we have a plus new button. This is where you'll create any one of your tenants, whether it be a customer who's consuming services, creating a folder for organization purposes, or creating a partner who's reselling services. All of these tenants will require a user with a unique username and an email. This email can be your MSP at msp.com or your customers. Comes down to who you want to be able to manage these services for the customer tenant. You can create as many users as you'd like. They could be read-only, they could be company administrator, they could be backup and restore operators. Really up to you to create a user role access based on the user's need. When you look at AAA design here, you'll see all of the different workloads that we offer, whether it be workstation, server, virtual machine, web hosting server for, say, cPanel or Plesk, mobile devices, say iOS, Android, your tablets, your mobile device, say your phone. We also provide protection for your SaaS applications, such as Microsoft 365, where we can protect your mailbox, OneDrive, SharePoint, as well as Teams. Additionally, we also provide protection for Google Workspace. We also provide website protection. Now down here, you'll see we also offer advanced packages, include, enhancement for backup, enhancement for management, security, email security, data loss prevention, and disaster recovery. Every single one of these aspects, every single one of these variables or areas of protection, these are all covered within the baseline Acronis protection. But if you'd like to provide extra enhanced protection for, say, cluster, say, equal or exchange, active, passive, or if you'd like to provide, say, continuous data protection for your Microsoft suites or for your computer-aided designs, the capability here is so that you can go ahead and add on enhanced capabilities for specific systems. Maybe there's 2 systems out of a 20 system environment that need the ability to back up with this advanced backup. Apply this to them. Advanced management is going to take our vulnerability assessment that we already provide free of charge and give you integrated patch management. Now, the patch management is limited to Windows at the moment, but you'll have the ability to provide that for Windows and third party. In addition to that, we also offer asset management with software inventory and drive health monitoring. That drive health monitoring really is going to be checking the disk health and ensuring that if there's anything degrading that we're able to get that disk replaced before there's an actual failure. Now, we got into the security space due to our active protection, and active protection was built upon our backup. The idea was that threat actors were going after backups because their victims were able to recover from the backup and not have to pay the ransom. As we're collecting block level changes so that we can commit these changes to our backup, we're also able to revert any of those changes. So with our active protection, we can stop any processes that are unbeknownst to us. We can stop and alert you, or we can stop, alert, and then also revert using the service cache. Therefore, your user does not have to interact. Your technician does not have to interact. When a ransom starts encrypting your drive, you will see it unencrypt, and that data will be available for you then to do an investigation on later. In addition to that, we also offer safe recovery, URL filtering, forensic backup so that you can pass off, a system dump to a forensic investigation, and smart protection plans. Now, our integration with our CPOC alerts. CPOC is our Cyber Protection Operations Center. The CPOC Cyber Protection Operations Center. We have 3 across the globe, 1 in Singapore, 1 in Switzerland, and 1 in Arizona. Now, all 3 of these are communicating with each other and also all of the Acronis agented devices across the world. So whenever any system encounters a threat, encounters any type of issue, we're logging that as well as the resolution so that we can share that with any other systems that could potentially be impacted by the same issue. That way we can provide you with a remediation action plan or a plan to get your system proactively protected so that this is not an issue for you. Now, in addition to backing up your SaaS applications such as M365 and Google, we can also provide you with inbound threat detection. We can provide you with an anti-malware, anti-spam, URL scanning, DMARC analysis, anti-phishing, BEC protection, making sure there's no spoofing, making sure that we're attaching all of the attachments. All executables will be known as, not trusted until it is unpacked recursively so that we can find out what exactly is within that executable. And any type of redirects are being completely followed so that we could see what the end result is. That, coupled with our URL filtering, will prevent any type of end user clicking on a malicious email and eventually providing access to the threat actor. DLP is a new thing that we've offered. Now, we've offered device control for quite some time where you can actually lock down the USB device control via peripherals or the clipboard control for each system that you have an Acronis agent on. We also now offer this advanced data loss prevention. And this advanced data loss prevention is really preventing the leakage of sensitive information such as PII, making sure that we're giving you the ability to ensure that content, any type of data being transferred through local or network channels are being classified as either, secure or non-secure. And that will allow us then to fine tune, the organization specific data flow policy to allow for the data loss prevention to make sure that workstation servers and virtual machines are not leaking data through communication channels that are normally used in the day-to-day. Then advanced disaster recovery. We also offer a baseline, standard disaster recovery. That's where you back up to the Acronis cloud and you can spin up any one of those backups as a disaster recovery server. You can power it on. You get about 32 compute points per customer tenant each month. And then if you'd like to set up a site-to-site IPsec connectivity, multi-site tunnel, you can utilize our advanced disaster recovery. The advanced disaster recovery allows you to extend up to 32 networks into our disaster recovery network, allowing you to have multi-site connectivity for each one of your customers. Now, if anything were to happen, you can simply fail over your backup as a disaster recovery server, and you can also set up runbooks, maybe fail over your domain controller and then your application servers. You can set it up to run in that fashion and trigger when you need to. Built on top of all of that, we do have file sync and share. This is an online repository of storage where you can then synchronize across multiple devices, whether they be, mobile devices or workstations such as Mac, your iPhone, and you can actually keep all of your data synchronized between all of these devices. Now, in addition to that, you can utilize this as a transfer protocol if you need to send large files to end users or to customers or to anyone, right? This is what I use to transfer large video files. Now, file sync and share coupled with Notary actually kind of combats what you would think of as like a DocuSign. Now, with file sync and share, we can drop our file into this repository, and with Notary, we can actually create a hash of that file and upload it to Ethereum to ensure that it's not been changed. Now, these two together, called our advanced file sync and share, provides you with the capability of dragging and dropping fields into that document, such as a signature field, a date field, anything that you may need that other user to be signing. And that gives you the capability of creating, like NDAs and things of the sort. So file sync and share can be used by itself as just, kind of a file sharing repository, transfer file protocol, or it can be used as kind of a signature, document creation tool, utilizing Ethereum to authenticate against this later to ensure that the document's not been changed. All of this can be managed by one single user, and that user can log into this management console, and from the management console, they can simply drill down into the protection console. Within the protection console is where they're going to go ahead and start deploying the Acronis agent. Now, all of this can be mitigated by utilizing the integration that Acronis has built with Jamf Pro. And within the Jamf Pro integration, you'll have the capability of deploying the Acronis on Mac OS computers, as well as monitoring protected computers based on Jamf's extension attributes. All of this functionality is available from within Jamf Pro without having to go to the Acronis CyberProtect web interface. As an MSP, you can manage any number of Jamf Pro accounts using a single Acronis account. Each Jamf Pro account will be mapped to a separate customer tenant under your partner account and will appear connected on the integration account list.
All right. So not only do we have integrations with Jamf Pro, but we also have integrations with 70 plus other service provider tools. So if you're looking for direct integration with RMMs or PSAs or your hosting control panels or your marketplace providers, please let us know. We'd like to help you out. You can also utilize our powerful RESTful management API for custom integrations if you'd like. Now, we really want to focus a little bit more on what you get out of the integration with Jamf Pro and Acronis. As an MSP, you want to manage and protect Mac OS devices from a single location. Not only do you want to manage the devices, but you want to be able to automate deployment and management of Acronis Cyber Protect. The Acronis integration for Jamf Pro is the solution, allowing you to deploy and monitor the Acronis Cyber Protect agent on Mac OS. The reason this is important is because you can manage multiple Jamf Pro accounts with a single Acronis partner account. You'll also have the ability to provide unattended, fully automated deployment of the Acronis agent to multiple devices, while leveraging monitoring using native Jamf Pro tools and workflows. The Jamf Pro integration is entirely set up and managed within Acronis' console. You'll go to the Acronis Management Console, select Settings. From there, select Integrations to start with setting up the Jamf Pro integration. Each Jamf Pro account is mapped to a single Acronis customer tenant. As we support management of multiple Jamf Pro accounts, you are asked to provide a name for each Jamf Pro account. The integration supports both cloud-hosted as well as self-hosted instances of Jamf Pro, including custom URL and non-standard port numbers. The integration uses computer groups within Jamf Pro to queue computers for deployment of the Acronis agent. You can select any group that you already use or create new groups for this purpose. You will have to select the group during the initial setup. From there, you can select a single default plan that will be used for all of your computers when deploying Acronis. This will allow you to deploy and protect devices in one go. If you want to change the protection plan for any device, you can do that by going into the Acronis Management Console and changing the protection plan on a per-device basis. Once you have completed the setup, you will see a list of configured Jamf Pro accounts. You can add more Jamf Pro accounts simply by clicking the Add Jamf Pro Account button in the top right of the screen. To deploy Acronis to any macOS device, simply assign the device to the group you have selected during your initial setup for queue deployment. You can do this manually or as part of the device enrollment process. The integration creates the necessary policies to deploy the agent, with a scope set for the group that you've selected in your setup. Acronis will be deployed the next time the computer checks in with Jamf Pro. The Acronis installation automatically creates a list of extension attributes. These attributes include Acronis agent status, Acronis agent version, Acronis last anti-malware scan, Acronis last backup, Acronis protection plan, Acronis protection status, and many more. These extension attributes can be used to perform monitoring or search for computers that need your attention. To help you get started, we have created an advanced search that will list devices where the last successful backup was performed more than 3 days ago. You can modify this criteria, display, or reporting to fit your workflow. You can create any other advanced search or smart group that you need using the available extension attributes. We have shown you how enabling the Acronis integration for Jamf Pro allows you to manage multiple Jamf Pro accounts with a single Acronis partner account, how to deploy Acronis Backup and Protection Agent to any macOS device within Jamf Pro, review protection statuses from within Jamf Pro, as well as create actionable lists of computers that require your attention. This will help you to provide better backup and protection to your customers, optimize your workflow, and be more efficient. Well, I'd like to thank you all for taking some time to learn a little bit more about Acronis Cyber Protect Cloud. If you'd like to learn a little bit more, please come visit us at the booth. We also have some online demonstrations that you can sign up for as well. But we hope that you have a great day and enjoy the rest of your JNUC.